Hi guys, it's Rie. It's been a while. A lot of things has changed. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are healthy and safe and maintain your sanity. Time flies. A lot of things happened. I had a baby. So my last video was pregnancy announcement, but today I want to talk about my pregnancy journey. Chapter 1. How I found out I was pregnant. Last year around this time, it was such a busy week for me. I had to shoot like 3 different videos, and one of them was Maya's Concha video. The day of the shoot, I was not feeling well. I felt like a little bit nauseous. That particular week was a little bit weird to me. I was so tired. Even I had a nap in the weekend. I went to bed early. Around that time, I started gaining weight. My pants getting tighter. When I was driving, I remember like unbutton my pants because it was really tight. I realized I didn't have period in September as well. I start worrying about I'm having early menopause. I was a little bit upset and worried and told my husband I didn't have period for 2 months and I'm gaining weight. That is a symptom of menopause. And my husband said, "Are you sure you're not pregnant?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." We went to get pregnancy test and it came out positive. I kind of felt silly because I never thought I was pregnant. I had no morning sickness. Only that week I kind of felt a little bit nauseous, and I went to see my doctor and she did a ultrasound. I see little baby was moving and I cried. It was very emotional, like seeing actual moving human. I was already 13-week pregnant at that time. That means like I almost skipped whole first trimester. I told like few friends first. I decided not to mention too many people, but few people start noticing. There was a moment I was debating myself, should I announce my pregnancy or not. I wasn't sure that part of my life to be public. But one of my friends encouraged me, either or your audience, your fan will be very happy for you. That made me more comfortable to announce my pregnancy. Now I want to talk about how I've hide my pregnancy from you guys. So for Make It Fancy, we've decided to bank a lot of videos. So while I'm gone for maternity leave, we still have the video to publish. But my belly is getting bigger and bigger. There is a big table at Tasty Studio we always use for Make It Fancy. We decided to raise it so we can hide my belly. There was a video like it was a little bit obvious. Also apron. I have several aprons. One of them is kind of you have to tie in front of your belly. That style apron emphasizes my belly more. So I decided to wear kind of smock style apron. I stopped doing taste testing because I use alcohol a lot in my food. I didn't want viewers to concern about that. Katie, my friend, I appeared her video as a taste tester, and there was a scene we have to cheer with cocktail. Some of the small audience noticed, oh, Ria is not drinking, is she pregnant? I went to Japan during my 2nd trimester, and it was pretty easy. But one thing I was very annoyed was restaurant in Japan, they don't separate smoking and non-smoking sometimes. You just like end up going to this like really nice restaurant and ended up sitting somebody smoking next to me, and it made me so nervous, and I ended up leaving without finishing my meal. Some people asked me if I had any weird craving for food. I did a snack swap with Andrew, and he made a peanut butter pickle sandwich, and it turned out that's something pregnant women craved for. It was delicious, but I didn't crave that kind of combination. I was eating same food, doing same thing. So my doctor said I can drink 1 cup of coffee a day. What saved me was decaf coffee. Thank you so much. the person who invented decaf coffee. Like, I love cured meat, like I love salami, prosciutto. That was really tough. Yeah, so I didn't have any weird craving either. It's such a boring story, sorry, like. Chapter 3, Labor. So my due date was March 26th, and then pandemic happened. I started working from home just on time from my maternity leave. I went to see my doctor a week before my due date, doing like ultrasound. She kind of paused and she was like, oh, your amino fluid is very low. And she was like, okay, you are going to have a baby tonight. Since my amino fluid is low, I had to induce labor. I checked in hospital around 6 p.m. I didn't have any contraction. My nurse told me 1 to 10 scale, how much can you tolerate? And I said 7. My contraction started and she asked me like, how is your pain? And I say, oh, it's about 5. And as soon as she left, the pain became so powerful. Somebody told me like, almost you are removing watermelon from nodes. I cannot compare anything because that's the pain you never experienced before. My husband was encouraging me like, you have to breathe, but I was kind of pissed at him because it was so painful. Like, he has no idea how painful it is. Another doctor came in, gave me epidural. I went in labor, like actual labor. I only pushed 3 times and Hugo came out. And when he came out, he started crying and he peed. I see he was peeing, like his pee was like flowing on the air. You know, you have to put your baby on your chest to have like skin time, like to create bonding. And he was warm and a little bit wet and like moving, and it was some like emotion I've never had before. It's just like pure joy, I think. I couldn't wait to meet him because he was in my belly for like 10 months. Finally, he's here with me, and again, I start crying. I think I only cried twice all through my pregnancy when I saw him moving for the first time, and the second time was when I actually see him in my chest. And here he is. He is almost 5 months. And I'm so glad to have you here. He was born in such a hectic year, but he's just a happy little boy. I'm so excited him to grow up and so hopeful for his bright future. I'm so glad you guys finally meet Hugo. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.